San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office confirming Prentice was from Santa Clarita Valley. His friends reported him missing when he didn't return to their rental cabin. Coronado Bridge getting clear barriers to prevent suicides. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California news headlines have been brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we are breathing.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley, and mobile service vans that come to you. Schedule mobile service. It doesn't cost any more. Call El Centro Motors and schedule your appointment now.
KXO News. Kidnapping attempt. Calexico police are investigating an apparent attempted kidnapping. Here's George Gale.
On Sunday, May 11, 2025, officers responded to Cordova Park in Calexico after receiving a report of an attempted kidnapping. According to police, a Hispanic woman described as wearing a pink shirt with long brown hair approached a 7-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy playing in the park. A woman attempted to lure the kids with candy and then forcibly grabbed the little girl by the arm and attempted to take her. A girl was able to struggle free. Suspect then grabbed the little boy and began walking him toward a nearby vehicle. At this point, the children's mother stopped the woman and the suspect fled the park. Officers had determined the woman was accompanied by a man, and both may have fled the area in a gray Honda crossover SUV. Officers canvassed the area and were able to obtain surveillance video from several homeowners near the park. Video evidence is currently under review. According to Calexico Police, the investigation is an active and ongoing investigation, and they are asking that anyone that has that may have witnessed or the incident or may have any information to contact the Calexico Police. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Mother Nature gets help. Saturday was Community Climate Action Day. It was hosted by the Imperial Irrigation District. They spent the day with several volunteers at the Shank Alamo wetlands east of Brawley. They were kept busy by planting 1,000 native plants. The purpose, according to organizers, is to improve water quality, prevent erosion, and treat drainage water flowing into the Alamo River and eventually into the Salton Sea. The event was supported by a coalition of groups, including the IID, Keep California Beautiful, and the California Climate Action Corps. And the County Board of Supervisors meet today. Here is George Gale.
The meeting will begin with several presentations. Supervisors will recognize the Heber Chess Club for their participation in the 2025 Southern California Super States Chess Tournament in Los Angeles. They're expected to adopt a proclamation declaring the week of May 18th through the 24th as a National Public Works Week. They will declare May as Motorcycle Awareness Month. They will recognize Victoriano Arce as April Employee of the Month, and the board will recognize employees for their milestone anniversaries. Public session begins at 1 p.m. On the action agenda, the board will appoint 13 voting members to the Emergency Medical Care Committee for 2-year terms each. The board will also discuss the board and 2 CEO employees traveling to Washington, D.C. for the week of June 1st through June 6th. And the Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors meet at 1 o'clock this afternoon in Condon Auditorium in El Centro. El Centro City Council meets at 4 o'clock this afternoon at the City Hall in El Centro. Brawley City Council convenes at 5:30 this evening at the City Council chambers on Main Street in Brawley. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website, kxoradio.com. I'm George Gale reporting for KXO Local News.
That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with mobile service vans that come to you. Call El Centro Motors and schedule an appointment or head into one of their 3 locations. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models. You don't need an appointment at the Quick Lane service facilities, just for the mobile service van.
Milo's Rewards Week is coming, and it's kind of a big deal. Members, get ready for 7 days of up to 40% off store-wide on hundreds of items. Save on the top brands in bath, tools, paint, and more. Our biggest member deals are on January 30th through February 5th. So if you're not a loyalty member, now's the time to join for free. Lowe's knows home improvement. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Fatal hit and run arrest. An arrest has been made in a fatal hit and run and accident that occurred last December in Yuma. Here's George Gale.
The accident on December 20th, 2024, claimed the life of a 34-year-old pedestrian on an Interstate 8 exit ramp in Yuma. Elijah Sela Smith of Atlanta, Georgia, was struck by a vehicle and suffered fatal injuries. Driver of the vehicle fled the scene. Suspect Donovan Jamal Thomas, a 36-year-old of Scott, Louisiana, was located in the state of New York and arrested. He was turned over to Yuma on Friday, May 16th, 2025, and was booked into Yuma County Detention Center on charges of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and leaving the scene of an incident with injury or death. The bail has been set at $1 million. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial Valley Master Chorale will be having a celebration of America's spirit of freedom and sacrifice with 2 patriotic concerts to close out the concert season. That includes a first-ever appearance aboard the historic USS Midway Museum in San Diego. They will perform on the Midway's flight deck at noon, Saturday, May 24th. It will be part of the museum's Legacy Week. It's events marking Memorial Day weekend. The concert is free with admission to the Midway on Saturday. The second concert will be June 1st at the Pioneers Museum in Imperial. It will be a salute to freedom and will begin at 3 p.m. Tickets for that performance are $15 and available from the chorale members, and they will be available at the door as well. Students through 12th grade will be admitted at no charge. Latest unemployment report, April unemployment down slightly. Here's George Gale with details.
April numbers are the latest available. A report was released recently by the Labor Market Information Division of the Employment Development Department. According to the report, April unemployment came in at 16%. That's slightly down from the revised 16.6% reported for March 2025 and above the year-ago estimate of 15.5%. This compares with an unadjusted unemployment rate of 5% for California and 3.9% for the nation during the same period. April report indicates there were 11,500 eligible people unemployed out of a labor force of 71,800. Imperial County had the highest unemployment rate in the state. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO Local News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For May specials, try our Pineapple Martini or an ice-cold bottle of Busch Light for $3.99. May plate of the month is a machaca torta. And we now offer a new seasonal dessert, the Churro Ice Cream Sandwich. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says temperatures will continue to warm through midweek, with the Imperial and Yuma valleys topping 100 degrees by tomorrow and likely peaking at around 105 on Thursday. The upcoming hot temperatures will result in widespread moderate heat risk for Wednesday through Friday. 98 the high in the valley yesterday, 65 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 101. Light wind becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 71. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Wednesday with a high near 105. Light winds becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. And right now downtown we have 79 degrees, 32% relative humidity, wind out of the west at, there really is no wind. Air quality good in El Centro and Nyland, but moderate everywhere else. A lot of dust in the air. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action continues tonight. The West Finals, Game 1. Timberwolves and the Thunder will tee it up tomorrow night. It's the East Finals, Game 1. The Pacers and the Knicks. And WNBA action last night. The Storm, they blew past the Wings, 79-71.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, it was the Marlins slipping by the Twins 8-7. Reds ripped the Pirates 7-1. Red Sox topped the Mets 3-1. Astros nipped the Rays 4-3. Brewers slipped by the Orioles 5-4. Meanwhile, the Tigers, the Tigers lost. Cardinals beat up on the Tigers 11-4. Mariners over the White Sox 5-1. Twins tweaked the Guardians 2-1. Phillies over the Rockies 9-3. Royals topped the Giants 3-1. Angels edged the Athletics 4-3, and the Diamondbacks dumped the Dodgers again 925. And a vote on whether NFL players will be allowed to participate in flag football at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics is expected to pass at the league meetings today. And ahead of a vote that could ban the tush push, the Green Bay Packers submitted a revision of their rule proposal that would more broadly ban pushing or pulling the ball carrier anywhere on the field. It's ridiculous. You got a 140-pound running back and you got a 280-pound tackle that picks him up and carries him down the field. And New York Mets manager Carlos Mendoza said, "I'm going to talk to Juan Soto about hustling out of the batter's box." This after the highly paid Soto watched his would-be home run bounce off the Green Monster for a single last night against the Red Sox. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Rush Steel Supply is the #1 steel distributor in the Imperial Valley that's been serving the valley for over 14 years. They have an extended inventory of carbon steel, structural steel, plow steel, plates, spars, pipes, and a whole lot more. And all of their products are stored indoors, and they deliver throughout the Imperial Valley. Visit their website, rushsteelsupply.com, or see the inventory for yourself at 703 East Main Street, El Centro. When you think steel, think Rush.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service in the Valley that offers 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. Home Depot said it does not plan to raise prices because of President Donald Trump's tariffs, breaking with Walmart and other retailers that will pass costs related to the trade war onto consumers. Because of our scale, the great partnerships we have with our suppliers, and productivity that we continue to drive in our business, we intend to generally maintain our current pricing levels across our portfolio, according to Finance Chief Richard McPhail. McPhail said the home improvement retailer has diversified where it sources its merchandise and reduced its reliance on China. More than half of Home Depot's products come from the U.S. But the trade war has begun to hurt Home Depot. Consumer sentiment has plunged near record lows as Americans fear tariffs will reignite inflation and weaken the economy. That, in part, kept some customers away from home improvements. And tariff rates will soon return to a reciprocal level if countries don't reach trade agreements during the 90-day pause. That, according to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. President Trump has put them on notice that if you do not negotiate in good faith, you will ratchet back up to your April 2nd level. Bessent said there are 18 important trading partners with the United States that they're more focused on solidifying deals with. Bessent said he did not say how quickly tariff rates could revert to reciprocal rates. And let's take a look at the big board. Investors, well, just kind of sitting back a little bit right now. The Dow off 92 points at 42,700. The S&P 500 off 18 at 59.45. The NASDAQ down 80 points at 19,135. Gold up $49.70 an ounce. Oil down 23 cents a barrel. And the big, beautiful budget bill, well, one of the things that may not happen is the SALT cap. President Trump telling Congress that's just a gift to Democratic governors, and it may not happen.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 101. Light wind becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 71. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming southeast after midnight. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 105. Light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. We have 80 degrees, 29% relative humidity, no wind, air quality good in El Centro and Island, moderate everywhere else. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days every year.
The best oldies on the Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's breaking news from New Orleans. A maintenance worker's been arrested, accused of helping the 10 inmates who broke out of a city jail last week. 6 are still on the loose. WWL TV reporter Winston Reed says there's a key meeting today on the search for answers.
We expect City Council to question the Sheriff's Department, who will be at today's meeting, asking what went wrong during the hours of midnight and 8:30 in the morning on Friday. We don't know if Sheriff Susan Hudson will be in attendance.
Well, now to Washington, President Trump is on Capitol Hill.
This is really just a pep talk.
Delivering a pep talk, he says, speaking up for his budget bill that is yet to win the full support of all members of his party in the House of Representatives. CBS's Natalie Brand.
He said this morning he is the cheerleader for the Republican Party in terms of messaging to House members or kind of threatening them with re-election prospects if this bill does not pass.
When it comes to President Trump's tariffs, we heard this morning from a major store chain.
Unlike mega retailer Walmart, Home Depot says it doesn't expect to raise prices because of tariffs. In an interview with CNBC, Chief Financial Officer Richard McPhail said that due to the company's scale and the partnerships that they have created with their suppliers, they intend to maintain their current pricing levels across the company.
That's CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. At least 4 tornadoes were confirmed last night in Oklahoma and Nebraska. Damage assessments are underway. Thousands are without power. Johnny Morrell is pastor of a damaged church in Sapulpa, Oklahoma.
We've got people that don't even go to church that showed up to help. We've got people donating that don't even go to our church. We've got other pastors that are showing up and helping. And so it's just been unbelievable what they've done.
CBS's Rob Marciano says it's a busy morning on the weather map.
This is a big system. The center of it is over St. Louis right now, but the precip stretches all the way into Canada, Minnesota, Chicago. You're getting it, Indiana as well. And now the southern part of this, the Mid-South, Memphis, look out. You're going to be in this as far as the enhanced look for severe thunderstorms that will likely produce some tornadoes. Nashville as well, much of western Kentucky. Dixie Alley is going to see it later on this afternoon. These could produce some tornadoes.
Well, the FDA says it's now going to require trials for future COVID shots in young, healthy Americans. Shots will still be approved for those over 65 with at least one high risk factor. Wall Street's right now the Dow is down 142 points. NASDAQ is down 95. The S&P down 22. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power Charge that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
There's an investigation after a startling discovery at a mail distribution center.
The shipment of 12,000 chicks from a Pennsylvania hatchery was somehow left in a truck at a mail distribution center in Delaware for 3 days.
With no food, no water, and extreme heat.
John Pirana and his First State Animal Shelter and SPCA in Camden took the birds in.
These crates were wet with dead fowl, and it was a mess.
The U.S. Postal Service blames a process breakdown. Stephanie Berzinski and her daughter adopted some of the chicks.
She was very upset and wanted to help out.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A Utah man is accused of holding his girlfriend and her family essentially captive in their home for 6 months. 23-year-old Dominic Garcia faces kidnapping and assault charges. He allegedly convinced them all they needed to be protected from a cartel that does not really exist. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.